Let's restart again. Any question from whatever we covered so far? Okay. Now, before we move to exactly new things, let's show something which is very useful also. That is what we call toast in Flutter. And the same concept is called snack bar. Snack bar in Android program. So it's like when you do something, there is a message pops up for 1 second or 2 seconds, just to show you the update, what is happening, and it disappears. So that's called a toast. Like it's called toast because there is a toaster machine, right? For bread to make it toast. So whenever the timer is up, the, the bread is toasted and boom, it comes up. So that's why it's called toast. So how to do it? There are several ways to do it. Like this print, it's printing on the screen, and actually when you do the production code, this print will have no benefit. People will not see it, that it's a single click or double click. You will not, the users will not see it. So if you want to give user some feedback, which is very important in design, that to give user feedback, like for example, if they press something and it's like you need to tell them that okay, we are processing, or if a file is downloading, you need to show them feedback that the download started, something like this. So that's why we do what is called toast. So what we will do is, for implementing toast, we'll go to flutter.dev, or not flutter.dev, pub.spec, pub.dev, and we'll search something called Flutter toast. So there are many packages for showing toast. We will use this one, which is one of the common one, Flutter toast. Okay, and so to use this package, you need to update your pubspec.ym. So we are going to use Flutter toast. So we need to download the Flutter toast. So it's downloaded. Okay, the package is downloaded. Now we want to use where we want to use. So we want to use in that class. So you need to import the Flutter toast. Import Flutter toast. So we have to import the Flutter toast, and it's written here. Normally they write it here, like add this line to your dependencies. So we have used this, and then you need to import this package. So you can also click here, and then you can paste in your class. Now they talk about how to use uh, this toast, showing toast in Android, iOS. It's very simple actually. They have they have a function called show toast, and you call it like this: Flutter toast dot show toast. You call it like this. So we go here. We say Flutter toast. Sorry. flutter toast dot show toast. Okay, show toast, it takes what? The minimum you have to give him a message, and the other parameters are optional. Like you can control how much time it will show, what is the font size, what is the background color, what is the text color, and so on. So for us, we just want to show him this user this message. Okay, let's run it. I think you need to stop, and it might because once you add a new package, sometimes you need to recompile it. First try hot reload, but it may not work. So see, it's saying that missing plugin exception, like platform, like this message comes because you added a new package, but that is not compiled into the app. So you have to stop it and rerun it, recompile and rerun it. So in that case, you will include the Flutter Toast inside the app. Oh, that's an issue. So yeah, that's a common issue in Flutter Toast, that the iOS deployment target is set to 8. Okay, to solve this, we need to go to Xcode actually. We need to go to Xcode. So this is a common problem for actually for Flutter Toast. So one option is to go to our, okay, we'll do it from Xcode. iOS Xcode. Where is the Xcode space? No, this one. Okay, let's open the Xcode. So we were opening, it was runner.xcode project. Runner.xcode project. So we'll close it. So it will be runner.xcode project. Where is the Xcode project? or we can try to solve it from info.plist where the version is mentioned. Anyway, okay, it should be here. Looks the folder structure is changed by new one. Okay, so in that case what we will do is, because I'm not finding the Xcode workspace, although it should be there. So what we will do is we will use the default one. We will search for the toast and display a snack bar. Okay, so we will use directly. We will not use it here because it needs modification of the butter toast. We will use the default ones. So we will use snack bar. So we'll use this. Okay. And when we come here, okay, let's try to run it. Okay, so if we click it, see the message comes and goes. So we can create another snack bar, with the content of snack bar 2, with the content of double click. The Flutter Toast comes nicer. So in my other projects I use the Flutter Toast package. It comes in a nicer way, like a nice box around. This is the default one. Default one part of the Flutter framework itself. The Flutter Toast is third party, but you need to update the like target version, iOS target version, it always gives this issue. So you need to fix it in from Xcode. But if you're doing from Android, it will be easier. It will be easier. So we create two snack bar, and we use the second snack bar in the double click. Snack bar 2. So if you click once, it says you have single click this image and goes down. Double click, it shows you have double tap. There are some parameters you can try to work around, like the snack bar can have action, like you can click on the snack bar and so on. And they have here in flutter.dev some code sometimes they provide you can run directly from the browser. So we can see what else we have in snack bar. So you can change this is the content, the text. You can change the color, background color, margin, padding, width, height. For example, we want it was coming full screen, right? It's coming full screen, so it doesn't look good. So let's use some sort of margin, and margin is edge. Say it's a edge insets. We saw before this one. Edge insets dot only. We want on the left, suppose 20, on the right 20. So now if you click, oh, it gives an error. What error? Let's see. Okay. Not taking it. Okay, it's not taking. It's showing some error with floating behavior. Okay, let's say all. Maybe all will work. So it's not taking. It's not taking. So we will remove margin. Okay. So let's try to change the background color. Colors dot say blue. Okay. Now we have a blue background. And so on. So this is called toast. You know why it is called toast? Because it comes like a toast when you toast uh, bread for breakfast. So when the time is up, comes out. So it's a good way. Try to use Flutter Toast. As I said, I use it in the projects. Flutter Toast. It gives a much nicer toast, like this way. Like you can change the color, but the toast they show is much nicer than the default one. Like this kind of toast it shows. Is it clear? Do you get the point?
Very good.
Okay. Any question from this part? So we have used asset images with the width, height. So we covered it. We have seen how to do gesture detection. We also covered it. We have seen how to show toast, although I wanted to show using Flutter Toast, but it's okay. Very good. Okay. Before we move to other concepts, we need to know something called stack. Stack also a very useful widget that actually anytime you have a complex widget, like for example games, you are making games, then stack will be the like most used data structure, you can say. So what is stack? Those who know about the data structure you studied in computer science, you know the stack is a data structure where you put things on top of another. So for example here, as you can see here, we have a child, right? We had a child, so we showed one image. Suppose we want to show two images, so we will make a column, right? We learned how to make column in the previous classes, and we will show a laptop and we will show a desktop. Okay, great. So we have two images. Actually it's better to not put column here. Actually we'll bring the whole thing inside column. There is a size box of one. There is a size box of this, but the size is overflowing because you use the full width of the screen as height, so it's too much. So let's make it smaller. Let's make it, so it's a column. We want to center it. To center it, you need to use like main axis alignment, so it comes into the center. Okay, so this is column, we know. But what about stack? Stack will bring something on top of another thing. So if you replace this with stack, stack doesn't have main axis alignment. Now look at the scenario. The second picture was drawn on top of the first picture. And to understand it, let's make it even smaller. And you will see it. See here, second picture is drawn on top of the first one. So stack is actually very useful. Why very useful? Because sometimes suppose you want to show a background color, background image, and then on top of it you want to show the the another image. So in that case you can use stack. Or for example, uh, you have this image and then you want to put some icons here, so people know that these icons or these action buttons are for this image. For example, if we add some action buttons here as a row, children. So icon button, on pressed, nothing, and we say icons dot add cart. See here the icon of the card came here, so we can make it like change the color to white to see it clearly. So it came here. Okay, and then make another icon button. Favorite, I think there is a favorite. Okay. So we can separate them. Main axis alignment. But we need to make it center. We need to make it center, so we can make it cross alignment. Okay, so we can put it inside the center to see if it works. Okay, so it came center, but our icons went up. So we need to we put on top. Okay, so we need to bring it here, center. So we can play around more to make it down. To make it down, we need to put it inside the size box. The whole stack, the whole stack should be actually here. The stack should be actually here. Stack should be here. Stack should be here. So you remove it out. Okay. And now how can we move these two icons below? There are several ways. One is to use an align widget. Align widget is used to align either different position within the parent. So alignment dot bottom center child is this. Now it came at the bottom, and if you want to separate them quite well, so let's say space between. Okay. Now we have a card, like not card, the object with two action button as part of the image. So if we replace the image with the desktop one, it will look nicer actually. Desktop one. will look. That became white with white background. So let's give him a color other than white. Suppose blue. We have this. And if you want them to be inside a colorful box, so replace this with container and give him a sort of color. But this one, like it's not a transparent background. That's why it's hiding the background color. But it's not, doesn't look bad. But we can try to give suppose the boundary that we studied before. So which is part of the decoration. Remember, there is a decoration property we did. So we have it in the main. So we already have a decoration property. So we can copy it from there. We can put it here. Decoration. Okay. And then we had where we were. No. Box decoration. Where we had the box decoration. Yeah. Yes. Not the previous one. Okay, great. So we can add some kind of margin. Or padding maybe. Something like this. So it looks like an item, and there is the picture of the item and two action buttons. So you can click them, you can click it, you can click it, you can click it. Okay. So this is something called stack. So if you don't use stack, you will not be able to build this kind of interfaces, like something on top of another thing. So stack is a very useful data structure, very useful widget, like column, like row. Stack is very useful. Do you understand? Do you understand what I am doing? Did you get the point?
Yes, clear.
Okay. Okay. Now the few minutes we have today, we can show you something that will again clarify the difference between stateful widget and stateless widget. Now, for example, when I click this favorite button, in most app, you will see that the icon changes to reflect that you have clicked it, to reflect that you have clicked it. Now, the question is, how can we do it? That when we click it, we will replace this with a filled favorite button so that people will know that they have saved it, something like this, to tell them. You cannot do it by stateless widget. You cannot do it. You cannot do it. So to do it, you need to you need to do, or you need to replace the class that we are working with a stateful widget. With a stateful widget. Now, if you replace with a stateful widget, stateful widget, then there will be some error, because actually stateful widget must have create state. So sometimes you can like solve the problem by just clicking it. So it will create like this. Or what we can do is we can copy paste from our one of the stateful widget. So remember, if you go back to main, we created before a stateful widget. Our training page was the stateful widget, but stateful widget needs this one, a create state function. So we will put it as part of the class, and this will be app home, and this will be app home state. Now remember, you need to create a state class. So, and the build method, this build method will go actually as part of the state class. So we will close this class and we will create another class of this state, and it will extend, it is a state of this. Okay, and let's move our things here. Okay, so let's try to restart it. Okay, so it's working. So the same behavior is there. But we have replaced the class with a stateful widget. Okay, very good. Now what we want to do is, when you click this icon, we will replace this one with a field one. So to do this, we need a stateful widget. Without stateful, you cannot do this. So let's define a variable called I will just implement it to show you the concept, but there are definitely much better ways to do the same, solve the same problem. So suppose say is favorite, and it is false. So we will change it to true if you click it. So where is our button? Where is the button? Here. Favorite button is here. So when you click it, when you tap it, we will toggle the is favorite button. So toggle means it will be the not of is favorite, the opposite of current value. If the current value is false, it will be true. If it is true, it will be false. And then we will make a set state. Okay, we'll make a set state. Now if you run it, it will not do anything. It's just saving your is favorite value. Now what you have to do is, here you use the icon of favorite. Now you have to replace this based on the value here. So if, and we can use the ternary operator of C or Java that you are familiar with. So if the is favorite is true, we will show icons dot icons dot favorite and filled one. Else we will use the normal one. Okay, now run it and see. So this is possible because of keeping the state of what? State of whether you have clicked the favorite icon or no. So I think this will clarify how or why we need to use stateful widget and when we need to use stateless widget. Are you with me?
Yes, with you.
Okay. So today we'll stop here and take few more minutes to answer any questions you have. Anything, something not clear, we can discuss, inshallah. Any question, any clarification, anything that is not clear?
Mr. Muhammad, can you copy the code and
Copy the
send?
code to the group.
Yeah, please.
Okay, no problem.
Jazakallah
Because,
khair.
oh yeah, because I always change every class. So okay, so it's better to we should have done in a GitHub. So you could have got.
Yeah, I solved my problem just today. So
Okay.
that's why I want to.
Okay. What I'll do is to make life easier.
Mm,
GitHub. If you move to GitHub now, everyone needs to access there and find it. So what I will do is I will just copy the lib folder,
mhm.
into our shared folder. No problem.
Good.
After that, after I finish today, I will just copy the
Inshallah.
lib folder, all the files into the folder where we save the recordings. I will
Inshallah.
copy there, so you can check and modify the code.
شكرا جزاك الله خير.
Oh, yeah. Any other thing that you want to add or discuss? Okay. So in that case, we will stop now